Welcome back to the channel everyone. Thank you for always tuning in, supporting, and sharing these stories. With so much love, today's story is one that has left fans stunned, emotional, and talking non-stop across social media. Because no one saw this moment coming, and no one expected it to unfold the way it did. Ahn Eun-jin is known for her strength on screen, her composed presence, and the quiet depth she brings to every role she plays. Whether she is portraying a woman enduring silent pain or one discovering herself through hardship, she has always carried a calm resilience that makes her performances unforgettable. That is why what happened recently shocked everyone to the core. In a moment that was supposed to be controlled, professional, and carefully managed, Ahn Eun-jin broke down completely, tears flowing freely, her emotions laid bare for the world to see. And at the center of it all was Jang Ki-yong, a man whose unexpected action left not just her, but everyone watching utterly speechless. It began innocently enough. During what was expected to be a routine promotional appearance tied to their recent collaboration, fans were already excited to see them together as their on-screen chemistry had sparked conversations from the very first episode. Many praised the subtlety of their connection, the way their eyes seemed to communicate more than dialogue ever could. Yet, even with all that buzz, no one anticipated that the real story would happen off-script in real life under bright lights and rolling cameras. As the conversation flowed, Ahn Eun-jin spoke about her journey, her struggles, and how demanding the role had been. Emotionally, her voice remained steady at first, but attentive fans noticed the slight tremble creeping in, the pause between sentences growing longer. It was clear she was holding something back. When asked about the hardest moment during filming, she hesitated, smiled faintly, and tried to brush it off as exhaustion. That was when Jang did something no one expected. Instead of letting the moment pass, instead of keeping things light as most co-stars would in a public setting, he gently interrupted. His voice was calm, but firm, carrying a sincerity that instantly shifted the atmosphere in the room. He spoke about her dedication, about nights when she stayed behind long after filming wrapped, replaying scenes, questioning herself, pushing her limits. He talked about moments when she doubted her own worth despite delivering performances that left the entire crew in awe. And then he said something that hit her like a wave. He thanked her, not casually, not politely, but deeply. He thanked her for carrying emotional weight that wasn't visible on the script, for being brave enough to feel everything fully, and for showing him what true professionalism and vulnerability looked like. He admitted in front of everyone that there were scenes he struggled with, scenes that only worked because of how honestly she gave herself to the role. He acknowledged her pain, her effort, and her quiet strength in a way that few people ever dare to do publicly. That was when Ahn Eun-jin broke down. The tears came suddenly, uncontrollably, her hands shaking as she tried to compose herself. She turned away, overwhelmed. But the emotion was too strong to hide. This wasn't the polished cry actors sometimes perform. This was raw, unfiltered emotion from someone who felt truly seen, perhaps for the first time in a long while. The room fell silent. Staff members froze. Fans watching live felt their hearts clench. For a long moment, she couldn't speak. When she finally did, her voice cracked as she confessed that she often felt invisible in her struggle, that she always tried to be strong, to smile, to meet expectations without complaining. Hearing someone acknowledge her pain so openly, she said, broke something open inside her. It wasn't just gratitude she felt, but relief. What shocked everyone even more was what Jang Ki-yong did next. Without hesitation, without concern for cameras or public opinion, he stood up and walked toward her. In an industry where distance is often maintained to avoid rumors, where every gesture is scrutinized, he did what many would consider risky. He offered quiet comfort, standing beside her, shielding her slightly from the gaze of the room, giving her space while silently letting her know she wasn't alone. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't showy, and that was exactly why it shook people so deeply. Fans immediately flooded social media with reactions. Many said they had never seen a male co-star acknowledge emotional labor so openly, especially in such a public setting. Others admitted they cried along with her, recognizing their own hidden struggles in her tears. The moment transcended celebrity news and became something deeply human. As clips spread online, discussions exploded. Some praised Jang for redefining what support looks like, for choosing empathy over image. Others focused on Eun-jin's courage in allowing herself to be vulnerable even when the world expects perfection. Together, they became a powerful example of what mutual respect and understanding can look like, both on and off screen. Industry insiders later shared that this wasn't entirely surprising to those who worked closely with them. Behind the scenes, Jang Ki-yong was known to be observant and quietly considerate, often checking in on co-stars without drawing attention. Still, no one expected him to be that open, that honest in front of cameras. It was a rare breach of the unspoken rules that govern celebrity behavior. And that's what made it unforgettable. For Ahn Eun-jin, the moment marked a turning point. In a follow-up message to fans, she expressed gratitude not only for the support she received afterward, but for the lesson she learned that day. She wrote about the importance of being seen, of allowing others to acknowledge your struggles instead of carrying everything alone. Her words resonated deeply, especially with fans who often feel pressured to stay strong no matter what. The story didn't end there. In the days that followed, fans began re-watching their scenes together, noticing subtle details they had missed before. The gentle pauses, the unspoken understanding, the emotional honesty that now felt even more real. What once looked like excellent acting now felt like something deeper, something rooted in genuine connection and trust. Of course, speculation followed. Some wondered if there was more between them than friendship. Others cautioned against romanticizing a moment of vulnerability. Yet most agreed that, whatever the nature of their relationship, it was built on respect, empathy, and emotional intelligence. Qualities that are often overlooked but desperately needed. What made this moment truly powerful was not the shock value, but the reminder it gave to everyone watching. Strength doesn't always look like stoicism. Sometimes it looks like tears you no longer hold back. And courage isn't just about enduring pain silently, but about acknowledging it, especially when someone offers understanding. Jang Ki-yong didn't rescue Eun-jin. He didn't overshadow her moment. He simply stood beside her, recognized her humanity, and allowed her the space to feel. In doing so, he challenged long-standing norms about masculinity, professionalism, and emotional expression in the entertainment industry. As fans continue to talk about this moment, it has become more than just another viral clip. It's a conversation starter about empathy, about unseen labor, and about how powerful it can be when someone says, "I see you," and truly means it. For Eun-jin, this breakdown was not a sign of weakness, but a release. For Jang Ki-yong, this act was not about bravery for the cameras, but about being present in a moment that mattered. And for everyone watching, it was a reminder that even in a world of scripts and spotlights, the most unforgettable moments are the unscripted ones. Thank you for staying with us through this emotional story. If this moment touched you, if it reminded you of times you wished someone had acknowledged your effort or pain, know that you are not alone. Stay with us for more stories that go beyond the surface. And as always, thank you for being part of this community.